Hello awesome subscribers, my name is Dex. Today we continue the story of Valley. You are now up to speed, so let's get right into it. So we're on our way to the top. We need to get to that military facility. And it seems to be a lot more troublesome than initially advertised. We've been having, at least according to my math, 2 failing elevators up to this point. And I still have no idea how many medallions I need to get into that Acorns? Acorns? No? Oh. To get into that pyramid at the top of the I think it's at the top of the building here. The mountain. Okay. This took a turn to the somber all of a sudden. Find a way inside the abandoned facility. How long has this been abandoned? Exactly. Where did they go? I'm guessing nowhere fun. This song reminds me a bit of Game of Thrones. And Darksiders too. My instincts say that we're gonna get in there through the roof. Maybe. Okay, this is too casually put together to just be of no purpose. That thing is on the roof there, meaning that they were expecting me to be on the roof. Poof! Damn it. So a double jump is worth the life of something, be it a tree or a creature. Do I get something? Oh, I get refreshed. Will they become aggressive again? Hope not. So you get your energy back from them. That is something very good to know. That's just an energy bar. Where are we heading? Higher and higher. Hardcore parkour. Go.
While I appreciate being brought in to study the valley, I wish the military's presence here wasn't so domineering. I can't say these giant structures add much to the view. It would be nice if this was simply a place of study and conservation. I'm doing my best to steer the army away from the ruins, but the only thing that seems to concern them is their project. Gathering up as many of these strange orbs as they possibly can.
And storing their power, I see. Okay, into the ducts we go. accidentally taken the power from it, just as I calmed it down. So this is a new enemy, a more agile enemy. Icon has acorns. Can I tap into its energy? Yes, I can. Okay. Sorry. Didn't mean to break yourself. Cranes, cranes. Up, up, up. Ah. Landing this thing is the hardest part. I'm guessing I just need to brake. Yeah. Yeah. The life seed found within the valley, produced once every 1,000 years from the so-called Titan tree, has been confiscated by the military and taken to the Soma facility for scientific purposes. And that's always a good idea. Strange foreign thing called earth-shattering. Let's go experiment on it. I wonder if their disappearance has something to do with their experiments. Okay. Huh. Am I still a mechanic there?
Please have proper identification verification. All personnel must provide proper identification. Failure to do so will result in detention.
Detention? Ooh. What do we have here? I'd give anything to be a Pathfinder, but there's no way I'd ever be eligible unless I suddenly lost 60 pounds. That'll never happen. Too bad. I bet I could pick up a lot of girls in those things. Yeah. Just goes to show that these guys are humans.
September 17th, 1942. My name is Andrew Fisher, leading physicist and head of Project Pendulum. Pendulum is the research and development project directed by the Army Corps of Engineers to produce a weapon of mass destruction that can bring an end to the war through the unconditional surrender of our enemies. In response to the spy-ridden efforts of the Manhattan Project, headed by my cohort, Robert Oppenheimer, Pendulum has been founded under the utmost secrecy. Funds, pride, and soldiers' lives are all on the line in a race to win the war, thus giving rise to the name Pendulum.
Oh god. Of course, how could I have missed the obvious motive behind this? Of course they wanted to build super weapons out of an earth-shattering force. Freaking idiots. I like the reference to the Manhattan Project, though. That's actually a real thing. Or a real experiment, at least. The Fly Lordship. A reference to the Lord of the Flies. Alright. Where do we go from here? Guessing up. Into the air vents. Huh, I just realized there is no crutch mechanic. Not that you would need it, but
As a precaution to both Nazi and Soviet espionage, Pendulum's location and purpose is unknown to the outside world. Taking a cue from the Manhattan Project, only a small few know of Pendulum's purpose, operating under the guise of an alternative energy project. As it came to light that Manhattan had been plagued with espionage, it was agreed upon to shroud Pendulum within the government itself. All those who knew of Pendulum's true intent are here. Though admittedly extreme, we can ensure an ironclad umbrella of secrecy. Information can only come in, and none can go out. As far as anyone outside this valley knows, Pendulum does not exist. This valley does not exist.
Yeah? That is a neat way of explaining the little to no knowledge of what's happening here. Speed this up.
Welcome to the Pendulum Research and Development Site. All personnel must report to the front desk with appropriate security clearance.
I am at the front desk. Due to the power strain as the reactor ramps up production to meet our increased quota, we've experienced frequent power outages. As such, I've ordered Amrita generators as backup power source to be temporarily installed for the facility. Blackouts should cease to occur. It's quiet here. Very quiet. As you would expect in a crypt-like facility. Trying to keep this operation a secret has been an absolute nightmare. Between coordinating surreptitious supply drops, securing illegitimate funds, channeling resources and manpower, to creating thousands of ghost accounts and fake officers to bury the operation from any level of government. Barring someone accidentally stumbling across this location in one of the most remote areas on the planet, there is no chance anyone will find us here. Well, you wanted your secret. You got it. I've been ordered to patrol the summer facility again today. I've circled through the same rooms 30 times since noon. At least I get to smile at the cute scientists in the pressure chambers each time. She hasn't smiled back at me yet. I hope she doesn't find me creepy. Well... It's hard to think about what exactly a life is once you've experienced quantum death. What exactly are the ingredients that make up my life? My ingredients aren't really any different than anyone else's. Carbon, calcium, hydrogen, etc. Held together with some energy. So what exactly makes me, me? I guess, if anything, I'm just a pattern. One that forms out of the chaotic blender of matter and the universe. Like a whirlpool out of the water, and when I die, that pattern simply dissipates back into the cosmos. Are we all the same universe simply expressing itself? Oh, that's cool. That's deep. It's, even the name of the facility and this thought of dying and coming back to life, and if it's still me, reminds me a lot of the Selma game. The one where you create copies of yourself, and you have the existential question, am I the original, or is the copy the original? Which one of us really matters? Oof. Can I put it back? Nope. Only take one. Alright, where are we here? What are we doing? Oh! We're falling down. generator. Please report any suspicious activities to an officer immediately. Any hesitation could take place the entire operation. Several guards on night watch have reported large creature sightings. Some of them are a little shaken up by it. Might be that being stuck out here in the middle of nowhere for so long is finally getting to them. Either way, we'll need a full annual psychological assessment for all personnel in the near future. Okay, so they're going a bit cuckoo. The howling of the wind is a bit scary. Large-scale extinction event occurred in North America near the end of the Pleistocene period. Interestingly, the epicenter of the extinction seems to have started from this valley location. Could Area 634 have anything to do with it? Okay, so maybe the Sorry. I accidentally click on stuff. So maybe they're trying to explain some of the Earth's passages through this valley.
I'm almost at a loss for words. This is the discovery of a lifetime. No, of the 20th century. Have I found Schrodinger's cat? This is beyond my wildest imagination. As a result of the reaction between the Amrita energy and the Pathfinder's own life force, they experience what I have dubbed quantum death. When a Pathfinder dies while wearing the suit, their consciousness branches into a new reality, unharmed. They achieve quantum immortality.
Quantum immortality. Today, one of the guards patrolling the small city walked by and asked him if he was keeping an eye on things. I think he got it. Haha. Where did you come from? Come on. There we go. Quantum death. And Schrodinger's cat. The leaf suit may prove to be a pinnacle feat of pendulum, the ability to manipulate life and death using the god hand, the agility, the ability to circumvent death, all thanks to Amrita energy converted from this valley's orbs. We can create the ultimate soldier. The Mark II success will herald a new wave of iterations. Of course, army applications. Always army applications. The way Edwin makes the show with Virginia all the time really makes my teeth grind. Everyone knows that romantic involvement between personnel is prohibited, yet no one does anything about it. Why does he get to run around with a girl while the rest of us sit around and play poker for the 9,000th time? Ha! Ah, somebody's jealous.
Welcome to the Pathfinder program. You've been selected among an elite few to participate in an experimental study to test out Pendulum's newly designed leaf suit. Do you have what it takes to master the marvels of this groundbreaking technology? Pathfinders are divided into squads of 3. Your objectives include testing leaf technology and to gain the
I don't think that's necessarily information of interest.
explore the ruins of this spectacular valley.
It's just marketing.
To produce bombs of unparalleled yield, we rely upon the life seed housed within a reactor found deep underground beneath the Soma facility. By harvesting the high energy yield orbs found within the valley, we pass their energy through the life seed, which acts as a sort of amplifier, magnifying the energy to unprecedented levels. The explosives we create here will dwarf anything the Manhattan Project could ever possibly fathom.
Okay. There's a limit between scientific advancement and madness. that point where you think this is fascinating and I would like to learn more about this so much that you don't realize the destruction that it comes. There's always consequences to the things that we do. It's usually the people with the most power that don't realize the consequences. I thought the bombs being created were impressive enough, but it's that new weapon prototype that will undoubtedly steal all the attention. It's being called Thanatos. That is a god's name, if I remember correctly, right? Tracing the LifeSeed's location was a simple matter. After years of tracking the epicenter of the place to see an extension event, I was led to this valley location. I couldn't believe my eyes. Upon immediate examination of one of the orbs, I discovered their vast energy potential. With the help of the Pathfinders, I was able to locate the LifeSeed within the valley. Oppenheimer won't believe his ears upon hearing the marvels I've accomplished. Effectively, those wearing leaf suits gain the ability to deny the actuality of wave function collapse. In other words, the ability to branch through various object realities as part of the many-world theory of quantum mechanics. With this ability, Pathfinders have vision of themselves dying. Each time this occurs, something nearby dies, such as an animal or nearby vegetation. Alright, so that's a very interesting way of explaining it. Basically, you see something that has happened in a parallel universe, and then you're transported back to a universe where you haven't yet perished. Okay. I thought I came up here just for that. More medallions.
The valley is suffering.
Of course it is.
The natural life here seems to be slowly dwindling. Edwin thinks I'm crazy, but I see it becoming quieter. Are we gradually killing this place?
That self-righteous anthropologist is stirring up trouble again. Her moral objections to this project are the last thing I need on my mind. If it weren't for the isolation policy, I'd have her removed from the premises and sent back home.
Now, obviously they were harming the valley. I don't think it was made to have that much energy being consumed for it, or that forceful use of the life seed. It wasn't something the valley was prepared for. Come on, cooperate. Alright. The orbs that grow within the valley yield vast deposits of energy. Pendulum aims to win the war by harnessing this energy using the life seed. Bombs creating using this energy have the potential to destroy entire cities. The madman's hubris, exactly. This is where the research turns into madness. get a new upgrade. Push rod piston for maximum velocity. Oh.
Our newly developed pushrod pistons will allow Pathfinders to achieve an unprecedented velocity. By energizing the tunnel rails, the leaf suit should conduct enough energy to reach immense speeds.
Okay, let's have some fun then. Ooh boy. I feel like the Flash. There we go. Oh yes. God bless science if they do stuff like this and not freaking mass destruction weapons. Yeah. Come on. Oh, yes. Ah, no. There we go. Yeah, this is just like the Flash. Oh my god. Oh yes. Oh yes. There has not been a game, not a single game, to stir this kind of feeling. Wow. Oh, this is crazy. I believe I can. Just a little bit. Holy Mother of God. Hairs on the back of my neck have stood up. That's how intense this is turning out to be. I am the fastest man alive. No, well. Back on the way. Come on. The only way this would have been more fun is if stuff were collapsing behind me, so I'd have this motivation to be as quick as possible because I'm running for my life. Even without that, it's still amazing. Oh yes, and the music is bumping. Can I just outrun these guys? Before before they realize I'm here and they attack me? Oh, yes. Whew. I'm going to need to take a break after this. This was too much cool in the past several minutes. Therefore, I advise you to like this video if you like it, dislike it otherwise, comment and subscribe. And I will see you when I see you.